So good afternoon and welcome. My name is Laurie Rancourt. I'm the Senior Vice President Academic here at Humber, and it is my great pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon. I'd like to start off by sharing with you the question that laid the foundation for this event. How does the virtual space we inhabit relate to the physical and social reality of our community? Mapping the Territory is a project that explores this question from a youth perspective, using mobile apps to tell stories through social media that explore identity, community, public space, privacy, and social networks. From January 31st to February 28th, Department of Unusual Certainties, DOUC, in collaboration with Humber Galleries, Pathways to Education, and Inspired Initiatives, held workshops with a group of grade 9 students to explore what it means to tell stories with different tools and platforms. This exhibition is both a documentation and a reflection of that process. The project brought together DOUC, Pathways to Education, and the Rexdale Community Health Organization, along with a number of Humber students who helped to facilitate the workshop sessions and to develop and install the exhibition you'll see today. As such, it is a project that aligns perfectly with Humber's strategic plan, academic goals, and priorities. Anchored in our values, such as innovation, through the development of a project that was working with emerging trends of social media driven by the youth involved. Inclusion. This partnership was a true collaboration between industry partners, artists, youth from the Rexdale and Jamestown community, and Humber students. And sustainability, in that it began with thinking about how it would be sustainable for everyone involved. It has significantly contributed to the advancement of 3 of our goals in particular. The first is the goal of providing experiential learning and applied learning opportunities to Humber students. Through this project, students from the School of Media Studies and Information Technology in Post-Production and Multimedia Design and Development, as well as students from the School of Social and Community Services in the Social Service Worker Program, are learning new skills and gaining experience in a rich interdisciplinary context. The second is the goal of enhancing creative connections with community and industry partners. This project has resulted in a unique collaboration with Pathways to Education and DOUC. And the third is the goal of building pathways for youth to post-secondary education, which of the 3 I would say is probably the most important to the project. This initiative is a perfect example of the type of collaborative learning that is a key component of Humber's polytechnic identity. And it would not have been possible without the contributions and generous support of a number of organizations and individuals. At this time, I would like to thank Myseum Intersections. Thank you to Karen Carter, Courtney Boost, Sarah Monroe, and Merve Sanchak from Myseum for all their support. This project was also generally supported by the Humber Galleries. Thank you to Eileen DeCourcy, Ashley Watson, and the whole team. And the Humber College Community Partnership Fund. Thank you to Lynn Van Leeuwen and Geraldine Babcock. We would also like to thank our project partners, Salomeh Ahmadi, Lenore Simbulan, and Medina Wasuge from Pathways to Education, Rexdale, and Rexdale Community Health Center. Christopher Pandolfi, Sam Magarva, and Luke Liu from Department of Unusual Certainties, and Chris Duff from Inspired Initiatives. Thank you to the student facilitators and volunteers, and the Pathways staff, Navreet Huntal, Nicholas Ram, O'Neill Coley, Nicholas Cross, David Guyen, Lindsay Hodgson, Aman Dhaliwal, Rochelle Jones-Gatineau, Amika Hart, Laura Menhir, Yogi Chanchal, Maria Cruz, Michelle Hamilton, Dad Mohammed, and King Serge. As you can see, many people came together to make this possible, and I think we should give them all a hand. So we'd also like to thank Screen Art Digital and all of the students who were part of this project and who really led the way in creating the direction that it took and that you see in the exhibition today. So now, before I introduce the next speaker, I did want to point out that photographers will be recording the event today. If the photographers could just raise their hands so folks can see them. So if there's anybody here that is not comfortable with having their photo taken, please just let these folks know and they'll refrain from doing so. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Councillor Vincent Crisanti. Elected Ward 1 City Councillor in 2010, re-elected in 2014, and also appointed Deputy Mayor of Toronto West by Mayor John Tory in 2014. He has lived in the North Etobicoke community for over 30 years, and as a councillor in the former city of Etobicoke, Vincent brings a background in public service, community involvement, and success in the private sector. He is committed to providing exceptional service for constituents in Ward 1 and to working with the Mayor, Council, and the community to make Etobicoke North and the entire City of Toronto a better place to live and work. And we're privileged to have him with us this afternoon. Vincent.
Good afternoon, everyone. So as you just heard, my name is Vincent Crisanti, and I'm so honored to be here with you today. I think one thing that makes Etobicoke North very special is are you guys, Humber College. I'm so honored to have Humber College here represented in Etobicoke North and located in Etobicoke North. It just makes it so much a better place to be at. I know that a lot of thank yous have already been given, but I also want to just take a moment, because you just can't thank some people enough for the wonderful work that they did to bring this event together. So I want to thank the Pathways to Education, because I know that they were a very active partner in this. Rexdale Community Health Center, Humber Galleries, the Department of Unusual Certainties, and the Humber students from Multimedia and Design Development, post-production and social service worker programs who contributed to all these to the workshops. I also want to thank and congratulate the youth that were involved in creating the content for this exhibition, which I just had a few minutes to have a look at the exhibition just before we started this, and I was quite impressed with the wonderful creative work that you've all put together. The exhibition is the culmination of a month-long project where the Creative Studio Department of Unusual Certainties mentored a group of Rexdale students from Pathways to Education. And Pathways to Education, as you may know, is a program of the Rexdale Community Health Center that provides exceptional opportunities for youth in Rexdale. And it's great to see such a creative, innovative partnership and inspire the mAPPing, the territory initiative of their innovation lab. Our neighborhood is as unique as the youth who live here, and it's exciting to see this reflected in contemporary art here at the North Gallery. Gaining your perspectives from a unique and creative lens contributes greatly to community well-being and identity. The youth should be proud of themselves to exhibit in a beautiful gallery such as this. So I want to thank all the volunteers, staff, and family who support Pathway students in these initiatives. And I just want to leave you with my deepest gratitude for all the wonderful work that you did. And on behalf of Mayor John Tory, myself, and City Council, I would like to again welcome you all and congratulate everyone for their wonderful contributions we see here today. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you, Councillor Crisanti. I'd now like to invite Salomeh Ahmadi, Program Facilitator, Group Mentoring and Outreach Pathways to Education, Rexdale, to the mic.
Oh my gosh. I just want to share the sentiments that was already stated. Thank you folks so much, our volunteers, our partners, the youth, you guys. I see you all scattered. You guys are phenomenal, yes. And Pathway staff and our volunteers. And I just want to emphasize, the concept of storytelling and how important it is. And I'm so proud that you guys were able to tell stories, right? Whether they're funny or silly or serious, it's really important to be able to tell stories. Otherwise, someone will tell your story for you, right? So take that with you. Be very proud of what you produced. And I had one question: who came up with Petty the Potato? Who is that? You guys, you know the amazing names and personas you came up with? They're all on the floors and the walls. So snap a photo by the ones you came up with, because they're really, really funny. And thank you folks again so much. Thank you guests and everyone who's here to take part and look at the exhibit. Thank you guys.
Now I'd like to invite Christopher Pandolfi from Department of Unusual Certainties.
This is like, because they're over there, so I'm just going to like try to talk, because everyone's talking like this, but the things. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to quickly say a couple of things. First of all, this project, I really want to thank, it took a lot of people to make this project, and the students, the content that the students produced was unbelievable for us, because our studio does a lot of work with like different kind of experts. Like last month we hosted a panel on privacy, and we had like the woman that's head of Open Data Canada, like the back end, this guy who makes back end global security systems. And so it's like we learn from these people, but the kind of learning that you can get from the abruptness of like these guys, like they just teach you so much, where you're just like, yeah, this thing you think is interesting is super boring, so you need to like rethink that. So the exhibition and the workshops, there was a lot of really great relationships that were made here. Like a lot of us who worked on this together are like Chris, like we talked about working together. We're like, yo, we should work together again. It's like, yep. So there's a lot of things that you're gonna see in the exhibition, which I'll talk to very briefly, but what you need to know is that, you know, also the students asked us to come back, which I think if they still want us to, we will, but so that was nice. So the idea is that this project, there's the things you see in the gallery, but there's the relationships that have been created by all the different people who've worked together. And so that's something that myself and Sam from the studio, we're super, super thankful for that. So I just really want to give everybody a round of applause, because this project doesn't happen with the people who don't take the time. Like these students took the time to produce the content. What Ashley and Farah did from the gallery's perspective was ridiculously amazing. Like, so there are all these people that are involved. So now quickly about this exhibition. So the students told us that they didn't want to see anything that was kind of like sketchy or boring or this. So we've used some classic data visualization techniques that we run a lot at the studio. So when you go in there, you're going to see the kind of opinions and ideas of the 83 personas that were made. And that's what you see on this vinyl wall. And you're also going to see the details from the 9 personas in which they worked on for the following like 4 weeks. And then after that, you're going to see the stories that they told both in kind of like the originals kind of storyboard, but then when we gave them the iPads and started saying like, just try to bring these characters to life with social media, we took all that content and just splattered it on the page. So, and we've tried to organize it in a way that we could make it like understandable for an audience that didn't get time to spend with us. So some people already said they liked it. I thank you, but I don't really care. I'm really hoping that these guys look at it and are just not completely like that this is a terrible thing. So again, thank you to everybody else, and I would like actually now to call up Courtney Boos from Myseum. So thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Hi, everyone. My name is Courtney Boos. I'm here today on behalf of the Myseum of Toronto, and I promise I'll keep it very brief. I just wanted to thank everyone, to echo what has already been said about this amazing project. We are more than honored to have it as part of our Myseum Intersections Festival. I just wanted to bring your eyeballs to this. This is our festival guide. If you like this exhibit, there is more where that came from in here. So please, I encourage you to explore your city and learn more about your city and fellow Torontonians. All of these exhibits and events are by and for Torontonians just like you. So thank you for inviting us here and working so hard. Thank you.
And now I'd like to invite Geraldine Babcock, Director, Community Outreach and Workforce Development, to the mic.
Thank you. I'm the last speaker, just to let you know. There's been a lot of speeches. I'm here because I'm the chair of the Humber College Community Partnership Fund, and we're a funding partner for this project. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about that fund and why we fund projects like this. So on behalf of the committee, I'd like to share that the project's funded through the HCCP fund. It's a long name, so we call it HCCP. They provide the opportunity for Humber's academic schools, administrative departments to further cultivate relationships with partners and stakeholders in support of Humber's strategic plan. And you heard from Laurie earlier about all those different pieces of the strategic plan that we're trying to address through some of these projects. The priority of these initiatives is to enhance the lives of local children, youth, Aboriginal people, newcomers, and other groups who would benefit from projects that enrich their learning, increases exposure and access to a variety of pathways to education, training, and employment, and builds organizational capacity for community agencies who share this same focus. So that's why we have this Humber College Community Partnership Fund. We have a committee that represents the whole college, including students who actually review these proposals and decide on which projects are going to move us in a direction where we can achieve those goals. Community development is a core element of the projects that we support, and we describe that by a process of helping communities build on their strengths to support individuals and groups and neighborhoods towards their full potential. So that's the core value of why we support these projects. So mapping the territory proposal came our way, and we were blown away. I have to say, this just fit everything that this fund is there to fund. And I want to give you the opening line after you've heard what this fund is for of that proposal. It said the Creative Studio Department of Unusual Certainties will act as mentors to 25 grade 9 students enrolled in the Pathways to Education program, which supports the local success of high school students, to create an exhibit titled Mapping the Territory at Humber Galleries. So for us, this brought students into the college, out into their community in a way where they're learning about their community, their own lives, how that intersects, and they can use their own creativity and their intelligence and vision to create something of real value, which we see here today. We were sold with just this opening line, but then the proposal went on to give us some fantastic details about how they plan on supporting the students to engage in creative processes over a 6-week period where students actually committed to a project for this length of time to design thinking and learn about thinking methodology as well as research and technological infrastructure and public spaces and storytelling through mapping. So we were just so thrilled, and Humber College is so thrilled to be able to support this project through a contribution. So a big congratulations to the students from the Pathways to Education program who committed themselves to this project and applied all their creativity and imagination. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of your work, and congratulations once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Geraldine. And now we get to the most important part of the afternoon, which is the opportunity to network and, more importantly, to check out the exhibition. We invite you now to explore, meet and talk with project partners and the youth involved, and to give us your feedback here or via social media. Just inside on the right, there is a place where you can use social media. There is a hashtag as well. Be sure to include @HumberGalleries and the hashtag MTTREX or MyseumX. So if you need that, again, let me know after and I'll give it to you. So welcome, enjoy yourselves, and thank you for the work that you do. It is really the epitome of community, and it's great to see it.